Welcome everybody tonight. A Fiancé Fridays on a Monday night, so we could talk about the other way. And there's a new cast member, and we're all like excited. So what's good, George and Gina?
What's up?
Hello. Happy
I
Columbus Day and Canadian Thanksgiving.
True, and
oh
happy
so
Indigenous Peoples Day.
yeah, I was gonna say so apparently we're not allowed to say Columbus Day anymore. I said it the other day and
My bad.
someone messaged me and was like, "You're not supposed to say that." So yeah, it's whatever Shabooty just said. Indigenous Day is what
Indigenous Peoples Day or something.
Indigenous Peoples Day. Yeah, that is the new acceptable term for that word. So I mean for that day. So my bad.
For today. My bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
my
I was
bad.
unaware and uneducated. Thank you for educating me.
Well, you're a Canadian, you wouldn't know. But I should have known. I should have known. So my bad for what I said yesterday because some people messaged me and were like, "Oh, that's so offensive," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it."
I didn't realize people listen that closely.
Mhm.
I didn't either, but apparently, depending on what state you live in, they don't even celebrate it
Mm.
because some of my friends in Ohio and I can't remember the other state, they were all at work today. So they don't even celebrate it. It depends on what state you're in. Like in my
Yeah.
it's still a holiday. They just changed the name. In some states, it's not even a holiday anymore.
True, yeah, I was off, but then there was still like a lot of traffic on the road, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird sitch. So tonight we met the stripper
Mm-hmm.
Patia Gina. Am I right? I don't know. Does that sound accurate to you?
I have it written down.
Like,
Patia?
Patia.
Pataya?
I don't know. Whatever. So she's the new chick, and we actually know what club she strips at. So this is gonna be a fun little thing because we're clearly gonna do some research on her. But she did say tonight that she started stripping, I think, when she was 28. So
mm,
she was a late bloomer because a lot of girls start stripping the day they turn 18. So she was a little late to the game, but she's definitely late retiring because she's 58
mm-hmm.
and
Now,
she
do you want to get into like where she works and all that? Because I know we were excited in the group chat.
I'd say save it for Friday.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's up to you. It's your call.
I mean, I say if there's like reviews or something, we should save the reviews for Friday, but I feel like we should be the first podcast to say it. So when another podcast looks it up, we could say we beat them.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, like when I was watching, I noticed in the background it said like Rick's Cabaret, and then I got all hopped up and excited because I was like, oh shit, I know Rick's Cabaret because it's not like I don't know if they were in Dallas where she lives, but there's more than one location. So we're gonna look up like reviews stuff, but there's a Rick's Cabaret in New York City that I've been to, which is like a super high-end club, and I guess there's a Rick's Cabaret in like Texas. I think that's where it's.
There's two in Texas.
Is there one in Dallas?
One in Dallas and one in Jacksonville or San Antonio. I
Okay,
forgot which
so yeah,
one.
there's one. Yeah, there's two in Texas. I think the headquarters is in Texas, but anyway, it's like a huge company that owns it, and they own a bunch of other strip clubs. So they also own like Tootsie's in like Florida, which is like a famous club that Drake raps about. Um,
Wait, is that one in Miami?
Probably. It's
Yeah, I know.
I don't
Yeah.
remember where yeah, it's probably Miami. It's like so big it used to be like one of those like Sam's Club, like Price Club type places, and they turn into a strip club.
What? So it's
Building,
like a
the building used to be like a Sam's Club, Costco price.
like a strip club super center. It's like going to a Walmart super center, but with strippers. That's kind of crazy.
It's like a stripper super center, yeah.
What? Okay. I mean, that sounds interesting. I'm actually very interested in that club now.
Yeah, so the same company that owns Tootsie's also owns is like Rick's Cabaret, and they're also I think they're on the New York Stock Exchange, so that's how like big of a conglomerate it is. Um, and anyway, so yeah, she was in the Texas location, but I've been to the New York City location, and
Oh, they have tons of location. It's like New Orleans,
mhm,
Portland,
yeah,
Odessa
Oh,
in Texas,
they're like the burger
Chicago.
they're like the Burger King of strip clubs. They're like franchised out.
or maybe let's say like Shake Shack. It's a little higher end, I think. But yeah,
Oh, a Shake Shack. So you're gonna pay a little extra. I
yeah,
mean, I really want to hear how she's still there. She has to be like a legendary stripper. Like, you know, when we were reading those reviews,
Hmm.
everybody was talking about like the really old stripper or the really fat stripper they called Shamu. I'm sure that she's like a legend at her club. Like, I'm sure that people go there just because the grandma stripper is dancing at that club. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Probably, yeah. If you have a mommy fetish or a grandma fetish, like she hits both of those boxes for you.
All right. And there's a lot of weird fetishes out there. Like, I'm sure that there's ample enough guys out there that are looking to see a grandma on the pole. It's not me, but I guarantee you somebody is into that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I assume she's not on her original pair of fake tits. So yeah, anyways, that's her. We'll dive into like Rick's Cabaret Dallas, hopefully on Friday. But yeah, I have tweets about her and she's active on Instagram. I think she has a joint account, but I think she's the one like posting. So if you want to look her account up, it's on Instagram.
Well, I thought it was interesting that she said that they've been together for like 12 years.
Hmm.
I wasn't expecting that because it was like, and they've lived together in Las Vegas, they've lived together in Thailand, and it always seemed to not work out. So it's not just the stripper thing, and there's also he proposed to her, I guess, when they lived in Vegas and then took the ring back. And a lot of people online are saying when you propose to a woman, you don't take the ring back. So I wanted to ask you guys, if you propose to somebody and you decide not to marry them, is the ring their property or do you request it back? Because I got a lot of people online saying, no, once you propose, that's her ring. And then some people were saying, well, no, if you don't actually get married, you give it back. So what's the proper thing to do there?
I know there's like like I don't know. I know there's like a legal answer if you're wondering about like if it's a gift or not, or if they're required to return it.
Well,
Yeah. I think it depends on the state.
Hmm.
so what does the law say? Does the law say it's a gift?
Let me, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now on like Chat GPT because I know there is like an answer, an official answer, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see.
So
The
sorry, you're looking that up. I was going to say, while you look that up, there's actually a new show Ray J is going to be hosting.
What? Ray J's hosting a show? What show?
It's called Love Cabin, and it's going to be like basically like Love Island.
What?
Mm-hmm.
But we have a Love Island already.
Exactly.
I don't know if Ray J is the person that I want to watch hosting a show. Like, do you remember? I don't want to like go too far back. Do you remember back in the day, Ray J hosted a show called For the Love of Ray J, and he was trying to find love? Do y'all remember that? It's kind of back when the Of Love
Mm-hmm.
shows were
yeah,
popular. They had like a shot at love with Tila Tequila, and they had what's her name? I Love New York and Brett.
and they had, like Flavor Flav and shit.
Flavor Flav, yeah, when that was all a thing, he did his own version. It was obviously less popular than the other Of Love shows, so it's odd to me that he's gonna try to revive that. I mean, everybody's trying to jump on the Love Island train, you know, because it's like the biggest thing happening right now, so everyone wants a piece of that pie. But I
Mhm.
don't know if he's the right person for it. Like, I feel like there's plenty of other big name people that could be the host of a show like that.
True. By the way, okay, let me read the answer on the ring thing. Um, so it says like it depends on where you live and why the breakup happened, and then it says here's a general breakdown under U.S. law. Parentheses, it varies by state. So it says one, conditional gift rule. Most states, an engagement ring is considered a conditional gift given in contemplation of marriage. If the wedding doesn't happen, the ring usually must be returned to the giver, regardless of who broke it off. And then number two, fault-based states. A few states look at who caused the breakup. If the giver broke off the engagement without good reason, they may not be entitled to get the ring back. And then the third thing, it says unconditional gift rule rare. In a handful of states, the ring is treated as a true gift, meaning once it's given, it belongs to the recipient no matter what happens. So it all depends on your state, but the latter is the most rare. So usually it's conditional gift or you're probably in a fault-based state.
Ah, well, he took it back. But she said that he wasn't ready to get married. And I don't know how long ago this was. Oh, and another thing is he's saying he's 38.
Hmm.
I don't know. His face is giving me a different number, right? Like I can't tell, from the body. He works out at the gym probably 60 to 75 times a week, but the face is giving me a different number. So I don't know if I buy that because
Like younger or older.
yeah, like a lot of strippers, especially the women ones, they'll shave some years off. It kind of seems like he's shaving some years off that number.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I mean, some people just had a rough life, so I don't know, honestly, because I was just like, I don't know. He doesn't look like he's still in his 30s to me. The face is giving me 40s.
Yeah, he don't seem like no spring chicken.
No, no, and it's funny that he's a plumber. I thought it was really ironic that because plumbing, and there's so many plumbing jokes when it comes to laying pipe, and I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I feel like they're writing the memes for us, like, because I was like, I don't even have to try that hard. It's so much easier for me to make jokes out of this because it's already done for me. Like I don't even have to do it.
Yeah, so remind me, he was on America's Got Talent or something?
He was on Australia's Got Talent.
Hmm.
But I don't know what he did specifically because if they just let strippers on their show over there, that's a little different. Because in America, we don't just let people strip on America's Got Talent. You have to be able to do something other than that. But so
Hmm.
I'm not 100% sure like how he got on the show or what he did on the show. But he was on the show and he said he made it all the way to the finale or close to the finale, which
Hmm.
again,
Oh, he was singing.
okay, so I want to hear this him sing because now
Uh,
I'm curious.
hold on, because he's with the mic. Hold on, I'll send it to you and Shabooty on Instagram in like 2013. So
Hmm.
we'll have to. Oh, he was
Oh,
in Canada.
we can probably get a real age out of that too, because on the show they probably had his age, and then we can do some simple math. Okay, I'm gonna go on mute. I'm gonna see. Wait, Gina, what you sent me? That's not. There's no audio.
I know, but that's just to give you an idea, like that it was in 2013. Just put into YouTube. I'll do this. Hold on.
Yeah,
His name,
he did
Dylan.
say that in his little interview. He was like, when I was singing, no one wanted to hear me, but when he was stripping, everyone paid attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and say his singing is not as good as what he.
Yeah, I assume he just did like a Magic Mike type, like dance, like a male dancer rendition.
Well, right. That was exactly what I assumed too. But I was also like, so they call that like on Our America's Got Talent. We don't just let people. Well, I don't know. You know what? I haven't watched that show in a really, really, really long time. I don't know what they're letting people do anymore. But I always considered it to be a family show, so I didn't think they just let people go and dance around in their underwear on the show. I just
But,
assumed.
the- yeah, but then they always, I mean, I haven't watched it in a while too, but like you're right, like most of the time they have like legitimate acts, but then they allow the occasional like screwball to do like some zany, wacky shit. So maybe.
Yeah,
Okay, I found it. I'm gonna put myself on mute. I'll send it to the group chat and I'll put it on Patreon.
yeah, send it so I can listen. I just want to know if he has any talent at all. Because every now and then we get surprised by a cast member that has some talent. Like, remember, we figured out Kara could sing and we were very surprised. So every now and then we're like, oh shit, this is like legit. There was another singer on the show too. I think her name was Evelyn. This was way back in the day, but she could sing too. She was like a guitar, like kind of like a Taylor Swift.
Mhm.
He was pretty good back in the day too, but every now and then there's somebody who you're like, oh shit, you're not just, you know, saying that you can sing like most people.
Yeah, like I had two tweets about the stripper couple, so let me read them real quick. So the stripper, she says like I'm a dinosaur. So then I posted Patia's first customer was Fred Flintstone, and then on
Yeah.
Instagram, huh?
That's funny. That's funny.
And then on Instagram, though, I added another punchline. I said to the same post, I said, Fred was like, Yabba dabba, do you do extras? Get it?
I get it. I get it. I
Yeah,
mean,
we're learning things from all of our reviews and shit.
yeah, yeah. I know that in a lot of clubs, extra $50 goes a long way. We've learned that. Like we've learned that $50 goes a very long way on a Saturday night. So
True. And then I did a other post where I posted his photo of like Dylan, and I said Dylan's face looks AI. It looks AI. It looks like I said Dylan's face looks like AI generated a young gay Kevin Costner,
Wait, Kevin Costner.
the dude from like Bodyguard and Dances with Wolves,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, okay.
Waterworld.
Yeah, 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 I know who that is. I don't
Yeah.
ever know. I don't know what he ever looked like young though. I
True.
just remember him like grown. But hold on. She sent me the thing. Hold on a second. I'm gonna watch it real quick. I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay. True.
Fast forward to 41 seconds.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves.
We okay. Okay, you go watch. Let's see. Did you see Gina? Did you see the thing I posted about Greta with her corset looking thing?
Yeah, I was just like, why are you wearing a corset over a dress? Like, what the hell? Like, it doesn't even match. It's like, what was it, like a blue color?
Yeah, it was weird looking. And then I said, "Is that a corset for nuns?" But yeah, I'm baffled by her. Um, what did I say on Instagram? On Instagram, I said, "I'm not saying Matthew is anything special, but Greta's a wet blanket." So that's how I feel about her.
You would think that would be underneath the clothes that he can take off, but I don't think he's getting any.
So the
True.
funny part is I've seen this audition before, like I don't know, maybe on TikTok. I've seen this before. So yeah, he sings, but dances and strips on the stage. But it did say that it said his age in it. It said he was 25 in 2012. So Gina, let's do some math. Um, let's see. So 2025.
2012,
Yeah, 2012.
1987.
So that's 13. So we would do 13
Yeah, the numbers are matching. 38.
would be 38. All right, so it's accurate. He's not lying about his age. He's 38. Um,
Mm.
yeah. All right, so cool. Yeah, and the funny part is though, I've seen this audition video before. I don't know where, probably on TikTok where they have random videos, but I've seen it before.
True. Like I'm trying to remember how many followers he has on like Instagram. Oh, he has 47,000.
I mean, that's it's not bad. That's not like ridiculous. Like Tiger Lily, she purchased 700,000 for when she went on the show, and unbelievably stupid, but because no one's gonna believe that. But like I believe that those are his real 47,000 followers.
Yeah, because he's been on like Australia, like Down Under or whatever it's called. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah, I believe that that's legitimate. That's his.
Yeah, like I'm on his Instagram account, his like first post is probably from that time. So yeah, 2013 is when he first posted on this Instagram account. So
So what do you guys think? Do you feel like this is another couple that's looking for clout? Do you think because
like
they both kind of have their own little thing going on? So
I
how do
mean, there was like a red flag to me where she was saying how like where they moved to like Thailand or some other shit where and then they broke up, it didn't work out, and then they went back their separate ways because they were like toxic together. And then now they're getting back together to do the film this show. And like to me, I'm like, well, if y'all already tried it out in a serious manner, the relationship, and it failed, now you're getting back together one more time to do the show. To me, that's like, well, maybe you're just getting back together solely for the show.
Yeah, I get that vibe too. Okay, so I'm looking at his face. I think he's had work done on his face. That's why he looks so much older.
Mhm.
You look at what he looked like when he was
Yeah.
5 versus what he looks like now when he's 38. He literally has the face of Darcy's dad.
No, you're right. Like, yeah, if you go on his Instagram and go scroll all the way down to like 2013, 2015 or
Oh,
whatever.
no, it's right at the top. His second post is from when he was 25. The
Hmm.
third post. And, that's like 13 years ago. But if you look at it, almost looks like he is his dad.
Hmm.
Because if you put his 25-year-old picture and his 35-year-old picture next to each other, it looks like he's his dad. He looks at least twice the age, but his face is a completely different shape and structure. I think that he's had surgery and it went horribly wrong. I
Yeah.
think that's why he looks so much older. In one of these pictures, he kind of looks like he's in his 50s.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's bad, dude. Like it's horrible. That's crazy. But you know, a lot of times when people get surgery, they go and it goes wrong and then they try to get another surgery to correct it and then it starts getting worse and worse. It could have been
Mhm.
one of those situations.
Yeah, so that's probably why it was giving me like AI generated energy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a natural face. It looks like there's been a knife and shit done with it. Actually, dude, I'm looking at this one video. He looked like he's pushing 60 in this video. Like, what is happening? What is happening? He has like wrinkles. Like,
Mhm.
why do you have wrinkles in your face? You're only 38. Like, this is wild.
True, maybe he was trying to age himself so he matches better with his stripper mommy.
I mean, maybe, yeah, they could have did like a mother and son act or something. Maybe, you know, I don't know what they were up to. I don't know what they're up to, Gina. I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm still interested in what's coming up with this though. It was funny though because she had a nephew named Nick, and I guess the second he found out that she was filming a TV show, he jumped on the next flight so he could be in the scene with her. And I was like, that is so typical of the 90 Day Fiance family members. They're like fighting over who gets to be on the show with you. So I thought that was really funny, and he was like, and she's like, "Oh, it's my nephew," and he says, I'm his favorite aunt," and I was like, "Yeah." And the second he found out you were going to be on TV, he was on the next flight because he wanted to be on TV too. I know exactly how this shit goes.
Yeah, like Gino has his nephew and everyone has their little nephews.
Yeah, the nephews are like the ones that are always trying to be on the show, and they're like, "Oh, you're filming for a TV show? I would totally do that with you." And
So yeah, while you were watching let's move on from them, I guess. But when you were watching the video, or whatever, not the, anyway. Like this is I was talking about a dumb tweet about Greta. I was like, she was wearing that shitty looking corset, and I was like, is that a corset for nuns? Did you see that photo?
no, hold on, where is it?
It's like the first tweet I did tonight, like several back, or look on my Instagram. But anyway, I
No,
don't know what's with her wardrobe.
Instagram would be better.
Yeah, just go to my Instagram. It's like one of the first posts I did tonight. Um, but anyway, I don't. There's nothing really to add to it other than yeah, her wardrobe is trash.
Oh, I see it. It kind of looks like one of those things you put on your cat
Mhm.
or your service dog.
Yeah.
It does actually. But yeah, her storyline I think is really similar to Minone's because she got there and she said that she's accustomed to weekly massages.
Mhm.
And Matthew was like, "Look, bitch, let me just lower this bar as low as it's gonna go. I'm not paying for nothing." Like he was like, "I'm not doing nothing for you. I'm not taking you nowhere. You're gonna stay in my mom's house and you're gonna shut the fuck up." Because he was like, and then she was like, "Oh, well, you bought an engine for your car and there's nothing wrong with your last engine." And he was like, "Yeah, we share the car." He's like, "I don't share your back." He's like, "So why should you get a massage?" And I was like, this dude is not only a mama's boy and kind of ugly, but he's rude, right? He's
Mhm.
kind of rude. I was like, this is wild the way he's talking to her because if
Yeah, like you could tell her, even though she didn't say the words, like when he said that thing, like, if you get a massage, that does nothing for me. But if, I get a new car or whatever, like that helps both of us. And her response was pretty much like, hey, motherfucker, if I'm not relaxed, like my legs ain't gonna open up for you.
yeah, and I don't really think that's an issue either. Like I feel like he's not like obsessed with her.
Mm.
Like, cause if I'm gonna be in a relationship, I need the
Yeah,
person to be like obsessed with me.
yeah, like that's a good point. Well, the point I want to make is a good point, even though I haven't made it yet, is like, like yeah, it's like so they should be in the honeymoon phase, and usually when you're in the early stages, like a honeymoon phase, like they can do no wrong. Like you just kiss their ass because you're so smitten with them. You're not like bored and sick of them yet. So it's like the fact that he's kind of like bored and sick of her already is kind of crazy because like normally it's like she can do no wrong and whatever the fuck she wants, the guy in a new relationship will do whatever they want. And then like several years down the line when they're all bored of each other and the new car smell goes away, and he's like, hey, can you stop going to the fucking spa all the time? So he's already at the like out of the honeymoon phase stage.
Yeah, he definitely is over her, and it's kind of like the opposite of Luke. Like Luke is still like I don't know, however much money she wants. If she throws something at me, that's fine. Like he's still in that phase. Matthew is just kind of like, stop asking me for stuff, and I don't care where you put your stuff. You're getting on my nerves. Like he's like literally at that point where he's like, you're kind of annoying, and I wish you never came. And it's like she literally got there today. Like it's kind of wild to me.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like I don't know if the I'm not sure if it's like producer driven where they're like, hey, can you be kind of a dick to her, and then for her to be can like I don't know if the producers are like, hey, can you be really demanding of him, and then they tell him like, can you be kind of a dick to her? I don't know if it's like I don't know if the producers are coaching it because they're both kind of like snotty.
Maybe, maybe. I mean, he said that he's fine being the breadwinner, the sole provider, but he was like, I'm not doing anything extra for you. And I was like, what's extra though? I was like, you live with your mom and dad, so you don't pay rent. You're literally sleeping in your childhood bed. You don't have any furniture. I was like, what would be extra? Like, you don't have any bills. Like you can at least let her get a weekly massage. Like I feel like that's the least that you can do. She's living in your mom's house, and the wall that borders your wall is your mom's wall. Because that was another thing. I was like, I don't know how women deal with that. Like, do you really want to have sex with somebody if their mom is on the other side of the wall? Like, I need to know what your life was like that you lower your expectations that low to where you're gonna sleep with a man next to his mom.
Mhm.
He
Yeah,
lives
I mean,
next to mom.
it makes sense if you're freaking like 20, like eight, like 19, 20, whatever the fuck. But it's one thing when you're however the fuck they're in their
Well, yeah, when you're like young and you can't afford your own place, or you can't even legally have your own place, that's one thing. But
yeah.
like when you're a grown ass adult and your standards are the bar is so low to the point where you're just like, oh yeah, I'll move into this person's mom's house so I can be with them. Like you really are that desperate that you would lower your bar to live with someone's mom just so you can say that you have a man. Like that's it's I don't know, it's just wild to me. And she's not like trash, right? Like she's a freaking lawyer. Like it's not like she's a loser. She could definitely do better than this, right? I'm not saying that she's a supermodel, but she can do better than this.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me feels like this is like it's exciting to be on the show and it's very like whatever, enthralling to be behind in front of the camera, but I feel like
Oh,
I
you
feel
mean
like when they're done filming, she's going to be like
like
this.
the Corona?
Yeah, like once the filming is over, the like Rome the she's gonna get back to her senses and be like, what the fuck am I doing? And then go back home.
Yeah, yeah, it is like Corona and Inky. It was fun to film the show, but they were never gonna actually, be together. I think it might be one of those situations. It's a fun free trip, right? It's a fun little experience, right? And I think a lot of people are doing the show now for the fun little experience they get out of it.
Yeah, because like I had like a private conversation, not a spoken, it was a DM conversation, but like I was talking DMing with like Statler or whatever, and then she pointed out how like when you're filming, like it's super like I forget her exact words, but basically I'm paraphrasing, but it's like when you're filming, it's like almost like romantic and it's exciting and you're in front of the camera and you feel like a star and it's like magical and you're get along with the crew and it's like you can do it's so it's like you're just in this like fantasy world. So it's like while you're filming, even if your relationship is trash, it's just like you're having a good time. It's exciting, and it's you feel like a star. And then when the cameras go away, then you get faced with reality. So I feel like that's what's kind of going to go on here.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I hope that this really isn't how low she's living, with that bar. You can't have the bar on the ground. It's going to scrape the concrete. Like you got to raise the bar a little high. Like
Mm.
you can't just take the first swinging dick you see and just be happy with it. You got to be a little picky, ladies. Like you can't just take the first thing that's offered to you because unfortunately, you go to the bar and they're all going to be offered to you. It doesn't mean you should take them. You should have some standards.
True though, I'm not like I'm trying to remember. I think there might have been like a Reddit post or something though where someone saw her on a train. I think still in Europe. So I don't know if she's still in Europe, but somebody did see her on a train and posted a photo. So I don't know.
Really? I
Yeah.
didn't see that. Honestly, I didn't see that. So if she is still there, that's crazy because the conditions and
Mhm.
everything, it's not good. So that just really solidifies that the bar is really fucking low. Like it just solidifies for me that she has no standards whatsoever. And I don't know why. I don't know what her childhood was like. I don't know what's going on with that. But she got to raise that bar a little higher.
Mhm.
Well, she did say her mom died when she was like 5, didn't she?
Yeah.
So she's had no like proper, and she had like a troubled upbringing with her stepmom and stuff like that. So obviously there was no positive female role model in her life. That's why probably she's sinking to this low. But at the end of the day, she could be in Europe, but not with his stupid ass. She could be doing something like she could just be there and got a job there and got sponsorship there.
By the way, on a different note, I just want to say, yeah, this episode didn't have Manon, and I just want to say I liked the episode a lot more without her. No offense.
Oh yeah, we didn't have Manon tonight. Yeah, you're right. We got a tiny, tiny bit of Ginny and Submit, but yeah, no Manon, and it was nice. Her story, like I said, it's really repetitive, and
Hmm.
she's just gonna keep saying how annoying it is to live with her mom, and how annoying it is that her husband is mean to her, which it is. But at the end of the day, how many times can we really hear the same shit?
True. All right, let's talk about like the whole what's it called? Madeleine and Luke, the whole cake fight. I posted the photo of the fight, and then I said this was so scripted because no chicken head like Madeleine is going to leave her iPhone and purse behind, which she did leave behind. And then all of a sudden, when you see her in the car, all of a sudden her iPhone magically appears, but then eventually she drives off and the purse was still by the cake and shit. So it seemed all fake.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
probably all staged. I think that her and Luke are are probably totally fine, but I think that they play it up for the cameras. I also think he's probably lying about being broke. I think
Mhm.
that it's all like shtick. Like I feel like the story needs to be interesting and the story needs to keep you entertained. So he was probably like, "Yeah, let's go to the cake tasting," but instead of eating the cake, you throw the cake at me. I remember back in the day, Angela brought Michael a cake,
Yeah.
and then instead
Hmm.
of like letting him eat the cake, she threw the cake in his face. Like this is not new. This is not new tactics. These are just tactics that are being reused, right? Like this
Yeah.
isn't the first time we've seen that.
Yeah, the Angela thing was like iconic in the sense of like if you look up 90 Day Fiance gifs on like Twitter, there's like the gif of Angela throwing the cake at Michael. So that's how like iconic it was.
Oh yeah, it was a huge moment. And Angela walked so, everybody else could run. Like she paved the way for
Yeah.
these type of shenanigans. She set the standard. I think there's actually a scene where Angela took Michael to a restaurant in Georgia and he ate something off of his plate and he spit it out on the floor, I
Mhm.
think. And I guess that's normal because I asked some other people from Nigeria and they're like, yeah, we spit things on the floor. And I guess she got mad and she spit on him.
Mhm.
That was a huge moment too, because a lot of people were like, "Holy shit, that's like so crazy that she would even do that on TV." So yeah, Angela has definitely made these iconic moments. She's known for that, and I think Madeleine she's walking in those footsteps. She has a set goal to be the next Angela, like you said. And every episode, your statement is more and more true, which I think is crazy.
True. And yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, they're definitely like playing it up and like,
Yeah, because they already got married and everything, and with her helicopter.
mhm. Yeah. So like, yeah, the whole. I mean, you could tell it was like the whole plan. You could tell the producers like planned it out. Like, okay, you're gonna while you're at home, we're gonna get you a stripper or whatever, and then you blah blah blah, you're with your friends, and then you're gonna tell her that you went and had a bachelor party with the stripper, and then she's gonna freak out, and then she's gonna throw the cake in you. So I feel like that was all like planned out. That was all like written out shit.
Yeah, and bad editing job. Like, what the hell?
Mhm. Yeah, so that was that. Let's see. Um, what haven't we talked about? Oh, and then sorry, not to like backtrack. I always do this because I forget the tweets I make. As far as like the stripper again, not to go back to her, because I know we moved on, but like she kept gushing about him, like his personality won me over, and I was like, yeah, of course, guy with amazing abs, and then her talking about him, quote, great personality. Yeah, okay, so yeah, of course she's talking about his great personality. Yeah, he has like a perfect body. No, did he?
Mm, yeah.
It's true though. A lot of really ugly people have amazing personalities, but no one notices it because they're really ugly. So it's true. And it's like nobody notices anything about you unless you got washboard abs or massive boobs or a big ass. Like no one notices anything. But after they notice that, then they might come across your personality or some character traits that are nice. But it never fails that you gotta pass the sexy test first before anybody notices you even have personality.
True. And then did you see like I guess this is not a other way thing. This is a happily ever after thing. So my apologies, but did you see the like 5 to 10 second like tell all teaser?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm confused and I have questions.
So I guess the 5 episodes we have left include the tell all because they said we got 3 episodes left, which would
Mhm.
make that episode 18, and then the two-part tell all. So the 20 episodes was including the tell all, which is nice because I didn't know how we were going to get through 5 more episodes. But they were very specific on who they showed.
Yeah, and they didn't show the host, which is interesting.
Yeah, they didn't show the host. They didn't show if Tiger Puff and Adnan were present because
Mhm.
this was filmed a long time ago, and you have to remember they were not written out of the show at first. So I was like, what if they were still at the tell-all because we don't know when the timeline was of all this. So I've been asking around, and I was like, can somebody please get me this information if they were there? And no one has gotten back to me. So I have
Mhm.
no idea if they're actually going to be at the tell-all or not. But I don't know. I know Kara and Gurum were there, and that was their focus of the first teaser. I think this is the first ever teaser, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, yeah, question though, like let's if like Tiger Lily and Adnan were there and they filmed it there, like it would be impossible to fully edit them out though, right?
well, yeah, because a lot of the conversations on the tell-all involve like they'll be for
Those are like wide shots and shit.
well, yeah, and then for instance, if there's talking to one couple, a lot of times other couples will chime in. They kind of make it a group discussion. Like it's not just the host asking each couple about their situation. A lot of times other nosy people have their 2 cents. So it'll be hard. And Adnan of all people, he had he has an opinion about everyone. So it
Mhm.
would be really difficult if they filmed it to edit him out of everything because 90% of the talking was probably done by him. So it
Mhm.
would be really difficult to edit him out if, Sean asks a question and then someone tries to answer it and then he cuts them up. How do you edit that out?
Yeah.
Like because it's not going to make sense because I'm pretty sure he pissed off a lot of people at the tell-all. He's always pissing people off. So yeah, I'm assuming if they were there, they would have to leave them, right? Like because you can't refilm it, so I'm assuming they would have to leave them in.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
we know TLC, we know the network, we know the network, they try to keep the budget low. So yeah, they'll do whatever like doesn't require more money.
Well, right. Flying everybody back out and refilm it. They ain't doing that. So if they were actually present at the filming of the tell, I think that we're gonna see them
Yeah.
there. And I wonder if, some of the issues that arose why they were kicked off will be brought up. Like, I don't know, or if that didn't happen yet. Like, I have so many questions about everything. And I think the last scene that we saw them was episode 11. No, episode 9. And it was the birth of their baby.
Yeah.
And
Oh, real quick though. So I mean, sorry, is it okay if I interrupt?
yeah.
Um, no, I want to say something real quick. I was annoyed about something though, because I always get annoyed when I like DM cast members and they kind of lie. I mean, maybe because they can't tell me the truth, but then they lie to me. So then I get annoyed though, because like again, they filmed the tell all like months and months ago. And then I think at some point I DM Kara and I was like, hey, I noticed that like Yara was in New York City and you were in New York City at the same time. Like, did you see Yara while you were in New York? And she said, no, I didn't see her. And so in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, you definitely lying like a motherfucker. So yeah, that shit annoys me when cast members directly lie to my face. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, I always tell cast members because they do lie. And sometimes, like you said, the lie is in protection of
Hmm.
their um
NDA.
NDA. But I tell people, you don't have to answer me. Because I was like, you don't have to lie to me. I was like, because I told one cast member when they replied back, they're like, oh, no, no, no. And I was like, well, I knew the answer to the question before I answered it. So I was like, it would have been better if you just said, I don't have an answer for you or no comment. Because I was like, it's easier to just, you don't have to reply to every question. Like, what do they call it? I plead the fifth. Like, you don't have to reply to every question. Every question isn't warranted an answer. Sometimes you just have to look at people and say, you know the answer to that question. I don't need to verify it for you. So I would rather people just don't say anything than to lie. It's kind of annoying because half the time when I ask someone a question, I know the answer. I'm like the FBI. I know the answer to the question. I just want you to tell me. So it's annoying when they lie to me because I'm like, God damn it, you're lying, because I know the truth.
Yeah, you remember like Usman did that or whatever, and I like went back and forth with him.
Yeah, he told you that he wasn't in Mexico filming Hunt for Love. That's
Yeah,
literally what he told you when we watched him in Mexico filming Hunt for Love. And so, like I said, just say I don't have an answer for you, or ignore the comment altogether. But to
yeah,
go,
like yeah. Worst comes to worst, like you could like if you have to leave me on red, like I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Just you know what I
right,
mean?
that's I would rather, because that's also pretty telling too. If I ask you a question and you just don't reply, I got my answer and you didn't. You're not on the hook for telling me anything. I figured it out on my own, right?
Versus like directly lying.
Well, yeah, and it's time lies too, because when you lie to me about something that's going to come out within time, it's a waste of time. Because that lie that he told you was the timed lie. It was only a matter of time before the truth came out, so there was no point.
Hmm. True. So do we? I feel like we hit most of them. There was no Chloe tonight, and then there was a funny tweet on my Twitter. Well, shout out to what's her username? Jade. Let me give a shout out to Jaded Chinks. That's Chinx. By the way, just that's not like meant to be a other word. Sherry, that was her username. She did a funny tweet about like Chloe. It's a Game of Thrones thing where it's like Chloe looks like an extra on Game of Thrones House Targaryen, and then I said Chloe looks like if Dollar General made a Dollar Dragon pop-up store in Dothraki, which is a Game of Thrones type thing. So that was a funny visual. So go look that up on my Instagram or Twitter.
Yeah, I gotta look it up. I never saw Gang of.
Yeah, me neither. I attempted for 10 minutes and I'm like, I can't do this.
Oh,
Uh,
Wait, you watched 10 minutes of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I tried for 10 minutes. I watched it. I'm like, I can't.
well,
I can't.
I haven't even watched that much, but I have seen a lot of like memes online, so I kind of get like the gist of it. Is that the show
Yeah.
where there's a meme about like a guy sleeping with his sister or something? Like, is that the same show or is that a different one?
I think that's yeah, I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's accurate.
Yeah, like I got the gist of it, but yeah, I've never actually seen
But
like
yeah, there's like several seasons, so it's like a
yeah,
whole thing.
yeah.
I remember though when not to go into a sidetrack, but when I eventually watched, because I didn't watch it when it like first aired on HBO, but when I started watching it, I think I like got like a HBO, it was like HBO Go or something. I got like a free, it was like a first month free HBO Go trial. So I was like, all right, I got 30 days to watch this whole thing. So I try to watch as much as possible in like the first 30 days of my free trial. So I think it took me like 2 months or something. And then I caught up to like live time. It wasn't, the show was still going on. Then I caught up to like live time and then I would watch like the new episodes as they aired on HBO. So that's how I watched it.
Oh, yeah, I did that with Ozark. So
Mhm.
I started watching it while the last season was airing, and I somehow caught up and I was able to watch like the last three episodes with everybody else,
Mhm.
which was cool. So it didn't get ruined for me. But
So I assume that was during the pandemic.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's like everyone watched freaking Ozark
I
during
had
the.
nothing but time, dude. I'm a traveler and I love to go out and visit different places. My passport is like all raggedy. So yeah, I had nothing but time during the pandemic. So yeah, I was watching all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I did that this week with Love is Blind, and I'm like, okay, you guys just need to see episode 6 onwards. You guys don't need to see the rest of the shit that happens prior before.
Mhm.
No, I feel like I would need to watch everything. I don't
No,
like
you don't. I'm telling you this from a person who's easily entertained and amused by things. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be able to sit through it.
Mhm. Or you have to watch it at 2x speed.
what season are
Yeah,
you on. Is it like a lot?
9.
Holy Jesus. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. But I started Love Island on season 7 and I'm very, very up to date. Like I
Yeah,
obviously know.
you're invested, yes, but with this, you just need to watch it from episode 6 onwards. You don't need to watch all the other fluff that happens beforehand.
Mhm.
So what do you mean by fluff? Like what are they doing?
Like,
Is that like the introductions? Like what are they doing?
they're just basically getting to know each other from episodes 1 through 5.
But I thought Love is Blind meant that you married someone that you've never seen before.
Well, isn't it just like
You,
initially you're just talking like in
Oh,
pop?
maybe I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Married at. I'm thinking of Married at First.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
never
you're
mind.
talking like pods. That's why I said episodes 1 through 5. You don't need to watch it. You can just jump to episode 6. That's where all the shit starts to unfold.
Mm. I don't know. Yeah, well, you get back to me, George, on Love Is Blind.
I mean, I'll. You know what? I'm traveling this month, so I
Mhm.
could watch it like while I'm in the air or at the airport. That is, I do have a lot of time to kill. Like sometimes when I have a layover and stuff, I could catch up on a lot of stuff. So maybe, possibly, at some point this month, I'll do it.
True. Oh, yeah. And as far as the Patia chick, I'll give her a shout out in the sense of she liked my memes tonight, so she shared them on her Instagram. So the Patia, the stripper chick, she's has a good sense of humor.
Oh, cool. I like a cast member that can laugh with us instead of sending angry DMs.
Cease and desist.
Yeah, like it's nice to just have some fun with everybody and have a little sense of humor.
That's part of the reason we always like complain about old existing like cast members and we're yearning for new blood is because we're able to meet new people and like befriend new people versus the like a-holes that are existing cast members that have egos that don't know how to interact with talented folks like us.
Yeah, we're actually giant teddy bears. I don't know why people think that we're so mean. We're comedic and funny. Oh shit. Did you see the video that I posted of Sarper's show?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess that was the ending of the show.
Mm,
Oh shoot, I forgot to post it in the Patreon. My bad. I'm gonna post it in the Patreon in a minute. But I actually got a DM from they have a Twitter called TV Show Ace or something. They have tickets to see him and
mm,
they're gonna give me a complete rundown from start to finish of the show. So I'm actually really excited about that. Maybe we might even be able to get her on the show and like physically tell us
mm.
everything. But I guess that little dance routine is what he does when the show ends. And the girl that videoed that sent it to Sarper because you're not supposed to actually video while you're in there, and he reposted it. So that was like the first real inside look of him on stage. What did y'all think? Did you think that that gimmick was funny? Did you think it was weird? What do you think was going on there?
I don't know.
I thought it was weird.
You know me, like when somebody like when I'm on the outs with somebody, then it's like fuck everything they do. But yeah, I was unimpressed. Like people want, people are just excited because they're like it's Sarver from 90 Day. But if it was like a generic dude doing an act, he wouldn't be successful at all, in my opinion. Because again, like what is a couple Saturdays ago, I saw like veteran comedians that have been doing it for like 20, 30 years, and like those are the people you should be supporting that are like put their whole life into it, not somebody that's like, you know, spinning his like reality TV stardom into like 15 minutes of fame. So I always say support the like career comedians that have like put the blood, sweat, and tears, like Miles Brani and his guys. Support them versus just some douchebag like Sarper that like is, you know, capitalizing on his 15 minutes of fame. So that's how I feel.
Yeah, my only thing, I do feel like if you need a gimmick, um, then you're not funny, right? Because I was like, why does he need to do this? Like I don't know. I feel like when you're a comedian, you don't need to do anything but tell jokes. You don't need a gimmick. So when I saw that, I was just like, I don't think that you must not be funny because you don't really need to do anything extra. I've been to shows where the person literally just stands there and talks into the mic and they legit are hilarious.
Mhm.
So, and you don't need a gimmick when you're good at what you do. So, I definitely think that he's probably not that funny. I'm just gonna say he's probably not that funny because if you got to go through that and do all that, then you're probably not that funny.
Yeah, it's like whenever the fuck he's off like 90 Day Fiancé and he's like they're done with him, then I want to see how poppin' his comedy shows are, like so we'll see. But one thing is weird though, they're definitely like I know obviously TLC, Sharp, TLC, whoever we're blaming, like they're obviously not afraid of overexposing people these days, like Jasmine's on every freaking season, and then they have Sarper on a million seasons and they have him on Pillow Talk, and it's like they have no sense of like making us miss a person. They just like overwhelm us with the same people to the point where we're sick. And then obviously, if you're like a mindless fan, you don't mind it. But if you're like our crew, where we're actually like really kind of smart, a little too smart for the show, we get kind of annoyed a lot easier. So that always happens.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's the problem. We're too brainy. We're too brainy for this show.
I mean, it's true. I do think that we have high expectations, and they've been trying to get us to lower that bar for a long time, and we won't do it. And I think that's the issue. We're not lowering the bar, and I think for the most part, that's why we're disappointed because they're like, "You're expecting too much out of us," and I was like, "Maybe we are, right? Maybe we are. That's probably the issue, but we expected you to raise the bar, not for us to have to lower it."
True. Well, on that note, it's almost midnight on a school night, so we should probably end it.
Yeah, we should end this. We should definitely end this. But next week we'll be talking more
Mhm.
about well, happily ever after 3 more episodes. Well, nothing's gonna happen. But I'm excited about the other way though. I think the season is starting to pick up.
Yeah, tonight was a good episode. So, yeah, just edit out, just give Manon the like Adnan treatment and like edit her out, and then I'll like the other way a lot more. Thank you.
Well, maybe she'll disappear. Like remember Tiger Lily and Adnan just disappeared. Maybe she'll just not be back. Right?
Same with Cara.
Yeah,
Mm.
Cara and Guillermo disappeared. They were on, and then all of a sudden they weren't. So maybe they'll just disappear.
Though I will say, I feel like all of us, I feel like our expectations for the tell-all, especially if like Sharon Robinson is hosting. I don't want to like beat a dead horse, but like I think we should not get our hopes up for like an amazing tell-all. It'll probably be
Already
disappointing.
don't. I already don't have. If she's hosting it, I already don't have any high expectations at all.
Yeah, yeah, I don't expect it to be a good tell-all. I feel like it's gonna be shitty.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but you know,
Hopefully Gino and Matt will get into it a little bit, but that's the only thing that I could see that might be interesting.
I don't disagree.
Then they'll probably have like what's her name? Natalie, which is Gino's girl. Hopefully she'll come out and confront Jasmine. That'll be good.
Yeah, I hope that. Well, I said the other day, I think Gino, Matt, and Jasmine face to face might just be all that we need for
Mhm.
entertainment. The last time they were all face to face, Jasmine tried to beat up Natalie, and then the last time anyone tried to confront Jasmine is when Jasmine launched a stiletto hill at Rob. So they do bring the drama. So I was like, maybe bringing them all together might be all the drama that we need.
Mhm. True. All right, well, I'm gonna end it because it's late. Thank you everyone for listening to us. Yeah, if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, give it 5 stars, share it with people. Let your neighbors know, even if they don't watch the show, they should listen to this podcast because there's a lot of people that stop watching, but they still listen to our podcast. So anyway, just share the podcast is the point.
Yeah, share it, tell your friends, listen in the car.
Yeah. And
Share.
if you're listening in the car and you have a cool car, even if you don't have a cool car, if you have a hoopty, even if it's dusty, take a photo of like the center console, whatever, while you're listening to it, assuming you have Bluetooth and it shows like what you're listening to, and then send it to me so we share it on Instagram and I'll tag you.
Yeah, just don't listen to it when your kids are around.
Yes. Don't listen to it, especially last Friday with your kids around.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend, but with your friends, totally do it.
True. All right, I'm gonna do my outro. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for listening tonight to Fiancé Fridays on a
On a Monday.
Monday.
Peace out.
Peace out,
Good
everybody.
night.